Hi, Andrew here, and time is growing short. Not my time. I've determined that I'm not going to take that dirt nap, not by my own hand, not immediately. No, I spoke about the American dollar on the verge of losing its reserve currency status and what that will do to its value, and what will that do as the value collapses. Funny thing about the American dollar, up until the Orange Carnival barker and the senile kitty toucher, 80% of the American dollars out there were outside the continental U.S. because it was the world's reserve currency. I don't know what that number is now because of the massive spending that those two idiots pumped in. Oh, no, you know what? I shouldn't call them idiots. Biden, maybe. I don't know that Trump's an idiot, but a macroeconomist, he's not. We'll put it that way. And all that money, all those spending that he and Biden signed off on, well, maybe 80% of the American dollars in circulation aren't outside it now. Maybe it's only 70. But when nations no longer need U.S. dollars for transactions, what are they going to do? They're going to get rid of them. They're going to buy back their own. They're going to buy gold. They're going to whatever, which is going to cause a massive deflation. The American currency is going to lose a great deal of value, which is inflation. Anyway, big problem. What can you do about that? I had a high school classmate who used to like to say the absolute square root of sweet fuck all. There's nothing you can do about that. You can't control that. But what you can do is attempt to gain some control over your own situation. You need to prepare. What are you doing? I have talked about my expansion into writing and content creation and actually becoming a professional writer, and this to open up another stream of income. I have other things behind that. What am I doing to prepare? Some of it's very simple. Habit. I realize today I am 3 months in without missing a single day of posting one or more videos, and without writing one or more things and either delivering them to client or posting them on my blog, standupright.ca. I'm writing every day, getting better every day. I'm expanding my client base. That's my next big project. I'm decoupling. No, not decoupling. I'm anti-fragilitying. I'm making my income anti-fragile by creating more streams. What are you doing? Are you doing? You know you should be doing. If you're smart enough to be watching a crazy man like me rant and rave about the coming shitstorm, then you must know something is coming. You know you need to prepare. So what are you doing? Now, when I was living in Colorado many years ago, 20 years ago, I was going from here to there, and I caught a financial planning talk show on the radio. You'd know the guy's name if I could remember it. I mean, he's huge. Millions of listeners, millions in his podcast, you name it. And he said something that stuck with me for 20 years. Somebody asked him, well, okay, I want to do this. I want to have a second income. What do I do? And he says, well, you're already doing it. Whatever it is that you can do to make your income less fragile, you're already doing it. Let me ask you this. Do you like fixing things up around your house? Last weekend, Kid 2 and I taught Kid 2 how to replace a worn out faucet. But 3 months ago, I did it for Kid 1. How much would it cost you to have a contractor or a plumber come in and replace a faucet? Say 2 hours plus materials? A cheap guy that'd cost you $200. Do you like little home projects, home fix-it projects like that? You know you can make money doing it. Do you have any talent whatsoever as a writer? You can do what I'm doing and learn to write copy, and you can sell that. I knew a fella who was, remember I was living in the U.S., who was an amateur gunsmith. He was an engineer. He was a mechanical designer like me. But his hobby, he was an amateur gunsmith. And he was moving out of engineering. He was widowed and he'd had decent savings. And this was long enough ago that the crisis wasn't fully upon us. And he realized, you know what? I've got to the point where I would rather be fixing my friends' guns, working with that, than being a mechanical engineer. And so that was what he did. His hobby became his income. That's one way of doing it. That's one way to prepare. Look around you. I had a karate teacher who we were in a room and he said, look, if you want to make money, this room, I can give you 10 ideas right in this room. See those mirrors? The room, it was actually a dance studio. One wall was covered in mirrors. Somebody had to install those. Glaziers, installers. There's drapers, making them, install. Everything is a product or a service. You are doing something that has value for somebody. What you need to do is monetize it. The key is, are you preparing? You should be. Thank you very much for watching. That was my time. Now is your time. And in the meantime, take care, prepare, and you'll see me soon.